Hey everyone, it's Jordan Faith. Here on my channel, I make lots of Curly Girl Method content. I started the Curly Girl Method about 3 months ago, and I'm having a lot of fun learning how to style and take care of my hair properly. If you are new like me, or you just really like watching people learning new techniques and trying new products, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. Today, I'll be going over 5 big mistakes that you might be making in your curly girl journey. Number 1, not cleansing your scalp. I feel like a lot of people find out about the curly girl method and they hear, you just condition your hair, no more shampoo. So then they stop cleansing their scalp, which can lead to hair loss, pain and irritation, dry scalp, and loads of other scalp issues. So even if you're skipping shampoo and you're just using conditioner, you want to use the conditioner to replace shampoo in your routine. You're not omitting shampoo and that step altogether. So you're gonna use your conditioner or your co-wash, and you're gonna start your shower just like you normally would and wash your scalp with whatever product you're choosing. So you're not just using conditioner to condition your hair. That's not what we're talking about here. You still need to pay attention to your scalp health and make sure you're cleansing it properly on a regular basis so that you don't encounter any of those issues. You'll just be using a gentler cleanser so that you don't dry out your hair in the process. Number 2, getting caught up in all of the products and techniques. If you haven't figured out already, there are 1,000,001 different hair products and different techniques that could work for you and your hair. So it's going to take some trial and error and experimentation to find out what works best for you. But try not to let that overwhelm you. Just start simple. You just need a cleansing product for your scalp, conditioner, and a styling product if you choose to style. There are tons of different products, of course, that you can add into your routine, but if you want to start as simple as possible, you just need those 3 things, and it could just be 2 products if you're using a conditioner as a co-wash and to condition, and then you want to style. And if you don't want to jump right into styling, you really just need 1 approved product. Of course, almost everyone uses more than 1 product, and you can add gradually as you go. But try to refrain from going out and buying every single curly girl product that you read about in hopes that it will magically transform your hair and your hair will look exactly like those Pinterest pictures you've been looking at that are your goal photos. And research the techniques that you want to use, but incorporate them gradually. Try 1 thing at a time with techniques as well as products so that you can really see what works for your hair and what doesn't. Number 3, giving up. The curly girl method is about the health of your hair. It takes consistency to see good results and really restore the health of your hair and keep it in a healthy state. I see a lot of people jumping in and out of the curly girl method. 1 week, they try styling their hair curly and they don't like it. So the next week, they go back to heat styling and flat ironing to straighten it out so that it looks the way they want it to, or at least looks presentable. If you keep jumping back and forth like that, your hair is never gonna get the chance to recover from that heat styling because 1 week you're not, and 1 week you are, and 1 week you're not, and 1 week you are. I understand that it is really hard when your hair doesn't look the way you want it to, but if you're gonna do the curly girl method and you really wanna stick to it to restore the health of your hair, you gotta be stubborn. You've gotta give it some time because it does take time. And of course you can do what you like with your hair and you can heat style it every once in a while if you want to. I'm just trying to point out that if you're trying the curly girl method for the first time and your goal is to restore your hair's health and help it recover from that damage that it's gone through, that's not going to happen if you keep going back and damaging it more in the same way. Number 4, not clarifying. When you're using curly girl method approved products, you're avoiding products that either dry out your hair or coat your hair to the point that it can't absorb moisture. But even when you're using all curly girl method approved products, you will eventually get some sort of buildup on your scalp and on your hair strands from various styling products, possible conditioner buildup, oil and sebum from your scalp. And we don't want to remove all of the natural oil from your hair, but every once in a while your scalp does need a deep clean. Clarifying once a month is a good start. From there, you can decide if you need to clarify more often or less often. But it is important to occasionally clarify so that you get a deeper clean and remove any kind of buildup that you might have. Curly Girl Method approved clarifying shampoos will have some form of the ingredient olefin sulfonate. That's the most common clarifying ingredient. The clarifying shampoos that I use contain the ingredient sodium C1416 olefin sulfonate, which is not a sulfate, but it is strong enough to remove any buildup that you might have. And it is strong enough to remove silicone buildup if you happen to use a silicone product accidentally, or you go to the salon and they use a silicone. You always want to follow your clarifying wash with a deep conditioner to restore any of the moisture that you might have stripped from your hair. Number 5, focusing on holy grails. What is a holy grail in terms of hair care? Holy grail is a term that you'll see people use all the time just to describe their favorite, can't live without, ride or die product. And a lot of the time, that's the same product for lots of people. And that product may be amazing, but you really want to make sure you're choosing your products based on your hair characteristics, whether it is very fine or very coarse, or somewhere in the middle, whether it is very dense or very thin, or somewhere in the middle, and whether it is high porosity, low porosity, or normal porosity, right in the middle. Choosing products based on those characteristics of your hair will likely give you a better outcome for your hair than just choosing the first product that everyone is praising on the internet. That product might work for you. I'm not saying that it definitely won't. I'm just saying you want to choose products based on your personal hair stats rather than on popularity. And your curl type, the actual shape of your curl, is also really not as important for choosing products as your actual hair stats, because you could have corkscrew curls that are very fine and thin and high porosity, or you could have corkscrew curls that are extremely thick and dense and low porosity, or any mix of those characteristics. So just make sure to keep that in mind when you're choosing your products. So those are the 5 big mistakes that I wanted to point out to you so that you can avoid them throughout your curly girl journey. Oh, and bonus tip, curl envy. I touched on this a teeny tiny bit earlier in the video when I mentioned your hair maybe not looking like that Pinterest picture that is your goal hair. It's great to have goals. It's great to have something to look at to keep you focused, to keep you motivated, to improve your hair's health. But your natural hair texture is unique to you, and it will probably change as you go through your curly girl journey. But it might not change in the way that you are expecting it to. There's a chance that you have very loose wavy hair right now, and you'll start the curly girl method and restore your hair's health, and it will curl up into those springy Shirley Temple curls that you're looking for. There is a chance that that could be your hair's natural texture and it's just been damaged and brushed out or color treated or heat damaged to the point that it doesn't look like that anymore. But that might not be the case. The curly girl method will not make your hair curly. It is meant to make your hair healthy. And if your hair's healthy state is curls, you'll have curls. If your hair's healthy state is waves, you'll have waves. So you don't want to go into the curly girl method desperately hoping and praying for those Shirley Temple curls that you saw on Pinterest that you think are so beautiful. And if your hair turns out any other way, you'll be disappointed and you'll give up. Because the hair you have is the hair you have, and it's beautiful, and it's worth taking care of and keeping healthy, no matter what your curl pattern ends up being. So those are some of the big mistakes that I see people making when they start the curly girl method that I wanted to share with you so that you could avoid them. Comment below if you have any other issues that you're really struggling with or any questions that I might be able to help with, and I will answer them below or focus on them in a future video. The purpose of my channel is to share everything I'm learning and be as helpful to all of you as I can. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my future uploads. I upload a new video every single Thursday, and I would love it if we could go on this curly girl method journey together. I'll see you next time.